Okay, good day everybody. We're back in Stray Souls. I'm going to read the blurb from last night. The pair narrowly escape the corruption of the police station and make their way toward Aspen Falls in a stolen police cruiser. On the outskirts of town, they hear an explosive pop from under the hood, followed by a large cloud of steam, and the vehicle comes to a stop. Dun dun dun! Okay, we're gonna...
Damn!
Dun,
Hole in the radiator. Probably from when we smashed through the gate.
Hey, I mean, she got us this far.
20 more minutes and we would have been there.
okay. Explore the town and find a working vehicle. Oh, I already like this. This is very Silent Hill-esque.
I guess we're walking whether we want to or not. How far are we from the house?
Looks like we have another 5 or so miles to go once we get through town.
I'd say I didn't get my cardio in today.
Okay, 5 or so miles in 20 minutes. That's fair enough. I think that's doable. I don't drive, so I don't know. Anyway, let's see. And the frame rate's pretty good during this part. Oh, it did have a couple of stutters right there. Which is weird to me because, like, some of the other parts where it wasn't a massive open thing. Anyway. Police? Police? What the fuck? Electric cables? Somewhere. Maybe I was trying to say pylon and... I don't know. Brain. Okay, now it's chugging. Must be loading something in the background. What's this? Oh dear. June 6, 2000. Nobody tells you how hard it is to just uproot your life and start over. It's even harder when you don't feel like there's any support system for you to fall back on. Well, I'm here now, and I guess writing everything down would be my substitute for therapy. I knew this change was coming, and I was somewhat prepared for it, but now that it's done, and I'm here staring at these blank walls in their place I'll have to learn to call home, I feel completely exhausted. About a month ago, something happened that I don't know if I could talk about yet, mostly because I don't think I've been able to wrap my head around it. The one thing I do know is that when it happened, I knew something had to change. I hadn't ever really questioned the beliefs my parents raised me with until that day, but seeing the contradiction with my own eyes opened the floodgates of doubt. Saying that it provoked an existential crisis would be a hearty understatement. The worst part of it all being the impending ascension. That's what we call it when someone reached the age of adulthood. I'm still a kid, and although everyone in my community has come to this arbitrary agreement that hitting a certain age milestone made us somehow instantly capable of handling a whole new set of responsibilities, I simply didn't see things the same. Okay. This coming in of age story. My mum always said that I had an issue with authority and that if I didn't get it in check, it would lead me down a dark path. In my mind, my mother was simply the type of person who was comfortable being told how things were and accepted it all without question. I've never been like that, and I always clashed with her growing up. My take on things was to always look for the truth in any situation, and if things didn't add up, ask questions. Again, contradictory. You just said up here, what was it? I never really questioned my beliefs of my parents. What? Anyway. Where are we? Sure enough, I got labelled a rebel, but honestly, who wants to go through life like a sheep being led to the slaughter? Well, apparently you two paragraphs ago. So the night before Ascension ceremony, I threw a few change of clothes into my backpack and just left. I had a little cash set aside for this, and it was more than enough to buy a ticket out of Michigan. And that's how I ended up in a tiny efficiency apartment somewhere in the middle of the armpit of America. It's an old building, and I don't have much in the way of furnishings, but I'm free from the stupid religion that my parents force-fed me since birth. So now you have been force-fed it again. Free from the community of the people who so set in their ways that they would commit unspeakable acts against others to appease their god. Free to start a new life of normalcy, and do my best to integrate into society around me. My only worry is that I didn't cover my tracks well enough. Okay. So your parents found you. Well, you're hoping your parents haven't, but you feel like you may have. Yeah, oh look, Aspen. That's nice. Nice little sign there.
Whatever's happening hit hard here.
How did this spread so fast? Everything was fine a few days ago, but now everywhere we go, there's just death. It's insane.
Something is definitely strange.
But
The further we go, the worse things seem to be. There has to be some sort of explanation.
Okay.
There might be someone in there who can help us.
Wouldn't hurt to check.
I do like a gas station as a horror setting. It is quite chilling when oh, hello. Mind you, I've said this before and I'll say it many times. I quite like the whole cabin in the woods type thing. Not the comedy film, although that's good as well. That's very good, in fact. But like as a setting, so like people stopping off at a gas station before they go to, you know, I mean, there's plenty of films with it in, you know, like Wrong Turn and all of that. Anyway, it's been a while since I last wrote. I'm doing it now because I don't want to forget things. Oh, you wrote this on Valentine's Day. Actually, so it's a year and a month since you last wrote. Okay, my insomnia has finally died down, but something else started happening that has been keeping me from getting true rest at night. I'm hearing whispers. Oh, that was kind of good timing. I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe my mind is breaking loose from its moorings. A few nights ago I woke up drenched in sweat, and my first thought was that my... What the fuck? Is that meant to be with a capital E? Weird insomnia and symptoms were coming back. While my brain was pondering this, I swear I felt someone or something crawl into the bed next to me. Ooh, that's actually quite a good line right there. Probably a reference to something, but anyway. I turned to look, but of course, there was nobody there. Then from a dark corner in the room, I swear I heard a voice say, "I know where you are." I've never been so terrified. Again, with the capital S. Anyway, I dove out of bed and hit the light switch, but of course nothing. Needless to say, I didn't go back to sleep after that. The next day I went... Why capital... I'm just gonna... Whoever wrote this clearly didn't do any checking. Anyway, I went to the store and bought a lamp to put in the dark corner of my room where I heard the voice coming from. I also got a couple of packs of light bulbs because that light will be staying on permanently. It didn't stop there. Last night around 3 in the morning, I once again got startled out of sleep. Somebody was pounding on the door to my apartment, thinking it was one of the neighbours. I went and looked through the peephole, and I looked out to an empty hallway. I turned my head. Oh my god! Back to the bed. Maybe it is on purpose. I don't know. Bed, and as soon as I took my first step, there were 3 loud knocks on the door. It was deliberate sound, as though whoever wanted me to come in knew I was standing by the door. I wheeled back and flung the door open, hoping to catch the late night visitor. But again, not hing. The silence was heavy in the hallway, and I made sure to scan in every direction in case the knocker was some fleet-footed neighbor kid. Whatever. Playing an early... Maybe that is right. I don't know at this point. My head's so fucked. Playing an early morning game of Ding Dong Ditch, but I saw nobody. Whatever this is has determined that I live my life in constant state of unease, coupled with a lack of sleep. Wonderful. And now I'm sitting here writing this about 3:30 AM, having just been woken up again. I'm not sure why I even bothered to sleep anymore. Just a moment ago, the TV in my living room turned itself on at full volume, blaring an awful hissing sound. Right when I reached for the power button, the image went from snowy static to an old black and white film. The man on screen was wearing a dark suit and had on a pair of large square glasses, and he seemed to look right at me when he spoke. "They're coming to get you." And the power to my TV shut off. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so tired, and I just don't think I can live like this. I keep thinking it's something about my past coming to taunt me, but I also keep telling myself there's no way that could be. I covered my tracks so well. I just want to sleep. Other than the stupid capitalizations, which I think must have been on purpose, that was actually quite interesting to read compared to all the other shit that we've read. But I guess that one doesn't really hold any lore to it, whereas the others do, so perhaps, arguably, that one's not as important, but anyway. Let's have a look at these stuff. Fritz potato chips. Nice. Rhymes. Can't read the top one, it's all blurry. I can see the word potato chips again, but that's it. No colas, there's Sprites or 7-Up. Zula Fizz. Go-Go soft drinks. Cola spelled with a K. Buff. Maybe I keep my light on? Well, that's made it worse. Actually, no, I could read... nothing. What's up with the lighting? No, can't read those. Nanas. Locos. Ah, they're Doritos. Frozen parties. Nice. May not be everybody's interest, but I do like looking at the things that are made for the game. Well, I mean, they could be assets, I suppose, that are just predetermined, but I've not seen them before, so... So they might be Unity 5 assets, I guess. If this is Unity 5, it might be 4, I'm not sure. Nuts, almonds. I mean, clearly there's nobody here. Coal wine. Oh! What's this? Garage. Oh. I guess the garage wasn't open. December 9th, 2000. So I've been keeping myself busy with my new life, and my job at the video store is going well. I even got a promotion to shift lead. It isn't much, but it's honest work, and I get all the free rentals I can handle. I ended up buying a TV and VCR for that very reason, and I've been catching up with all the movies I've missed while growing up. Over 500 films consumed since I last wrote. I'm doing a better job of writing those down and keeping up with this journal. My life has become routine. Wake up, go to work, come home, watch a few movies, go to bed, and repeat the whole process again. Making friends is a lot harder than I expected, although I do get along well enough with my co-workers. Everyone keeps asking about my past, and I think that's where the disconnect happens. I'm just not ready to talk about it with another human being yet. I don't think they would understand, and I'm not trying to make people think I'm weird. The truth is that my past is weird. Holding on to these memories is hard, but I know that writing them down works as a way to purge them. It's just that during the act of writing, I feel like I relive those memories. I'll relive those memories. They're so vivid. I feel like I could step through the veil of time and there once again, seeing those things, doing those things. Nights are hardest for me. I've been suffering from some intense insomnia. My body will reach the tipping point just before I'll sleep and I'll jerk awake. Sometimes it'll happen over and over until my alarm goes off and I have to start the day again. When I do manage a few hours of sleep, I can't remember my dreams, but I know they can't be good because I keep waking up feeling completely stressed out and covered in sweat. Given time, I hope I'll move past this, but right now, just putting a mask on every time I set foot outside of the apartment, I'm not ready to let anyone in. So I go to work, do my job, and come home. I even take on extra shifts when I can, just so I don't have to be at home alone with my thoughts. It's a horrible feeling, exhausted all the time, not being able to show it, and not being able to tell anyone what's really going on. Susan, my boss, tried to invite me to dinner with her family. I immediately declined. Just the thought of having to go to her house and make small talk with her and her husband while her kids run around like feral critters they are. No thank you. Come to think of it, I don't really know why her kids bother me so much. In my other life, I had a whole tribe of youngsters in my care, and I really enjoyed being around them. But maybe seeing things through rose-tinted glasses. We were all prisoners in a way, and so we all knew that getting along wasn't a choice, both a requirement to avoid punishment. But a requirement. Older kids looked after the younger ones. That was the hierarchy, and we weren't supposed to question it. As a matter of fact, any form of question posted to an adult would always end up with a trip to the hold, which means a sort of solitary confinement. Some kids went funny after a visit there, and others just never came back. My group was generally well behaved, but there was one kid who always caused trouble. He never went to the hole though, and I guess that was because of who his mother was. It's hard to think about all this as time goes by, my conscious memory of that life is fading more and more. I honestly can't remember what the kid's name was or who his parents were. There's just a sense that even though he was class clown and troublemaker of my group, I always felt bad for him, like his home was way worse than anything that the rest of us experienced. No matter, I'm here now, I've gotten out, and I aim to keep it that way. Going to bed now. I'll try to write a little more in the coming days, and maybe it'll knock some more cobwebs loose so I can finally purge the rest of this negativity. Let's see if my brain will let me catch any rest tonight. That one had snippets of interesting stuff. Oh.
Holy shit, Marty, come look! We may not have to walk the whole way.
Oh my god, it's in perfect shape!
What? You can't see it? You're not here. This game. Oh, what's this? Okay. If you're looking for the keys to Bobby's car, at Ramey's pub, he decided to get shit-faced, so the sheriff came and picked him up. Emma grabbed his keys sometime earlier in the night. I guess she had the foresight for that. So whenever you clock in, go pick those up so we can drop the vehicle off at its house.
Okay, so we head to the bar, grab the keys, and sneak our way back here past those things outside. And then we're home free.
Sounds good. I wasn't too excited about hiking through the ass end of nowhere today.
It's just strange, you know?
What's strange?
I mean, this whole town just feels wrong. Where is everybody? It's just weird how since we got here, we've seen no sign of life besides those things. Everything looks as though there were people here an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dwell on that.
The note said the keys are at the bar, and that's as good a place as any to start looking for clues. In small towns like this, the local bar gets more foot traffic than a church. And usually the owners are fairly well connected. I don't know, maybe that's where everyone went.
Well, no time like the present to check.
Cool. Defeat all monsters. Oh, okay. I really do quite like even that little note there. It gave some sort of like backstory to how people in this town look after one another. Oh god, they're everywhere. Oh god, they really are everywhere. Ow! Rolled right into that one. What about you? Were you trying to hide? Ah, fuck me. Oh, for crying out loud. Stop rolling into them. Okay. Ow. Oh, I can't. There's like an invisible wall here. I mean, I've got enough room to play with, but I just hadn't realised that I was going to be faced with an invisible wall.
Fuck you, freak!
Oh, fuck. Wow, I really am doing bad. These monsters are harder than that fucking boss that we fought at the end of the precinct. Can't seem to get this guy. No. We'd have to move about. There we go. Dead. Lovely. Right. Find the local bar. Gotta get some ammo first. I wonder where health is. Yep, definitely one more. Then we should be good enough. Yep, lovely. Right. Let's go find this bar. I assume this way, because we haven't gone this way. Gas stop. Oh, health. Nice. Lovely stuff. Which way? Oh, well, this way looks like a dead end, but let's see if we can find something. I've just realised we haven't had a gun or anything, have we? I mean, the Desert Eagle's pretty fucking good, but even so, it would be nice to have a different weapon. Okay, August. I had a nightmare last night. I have had them before, but not like this. I've read that some people can control their dreams. Lucid dreaming is what it's called, but that makes it sound like something pleasant is. It wasn't pleasant for me. I got home from work around 10 PM, looking forward to some leftover lasagna and a refreshing glass of iced tea. Yesterday was a long day at work, inventory day, tedious mind-numbing work after a full shift dealing with crazy customers. It was a full moon last night, and I swear that people turn into wild animals every time the moon shows its round face to the world. Who knows, maybe that's what instigated the nightmare. Funny thing is, I don't remember falling asleep. I know I'd finished my food and was halfway through the second glass of tea. I was watching a late night broadcast of The Wizard of Oz. and Dorothy just arrived in a whole new world of Technicolor, when suddenly, much like Dorothy herself, I was somewhere else. I've written before about how some of my memories from my past life feel so vivid at times, and this was a similar feeling, just more intense. I didn't recognize my surroundings, and yet they felt all too familiar. Even the smell of the place burned its way into my nose. It was the smell of wet soil tinged with a note of copper. I knew I was underground because there was no light. It took a moment for my eyes to adjust, and I could see vague outline of pillars stretching upwards into the darkness. Somewhere in the distance I could hear the muffled sounds of someone struggling. After a few steps forwards I could see the outline of what looked like a stone altar, and someone laid on top, bound with a rope. Oh. No, just the music sounds. Is that one? No, I think it's the smoke just moving weird. After taking a few steps forwards, I could see the outline of what. Oh yeah, I already read that part. I started moving towards them quickly, intent on freeing them, but then from beneath me I could hear the sound of a person choking. I looked down and was mortified to see my own hands wrapped around the throat of the bound person on the altar. She was young with dark brown hair, and her face was eerily familiar, although I couldn't place it. How did I get there? What was I doing? These thoughts and more raced through my head as I could feel my grip tighten. I had lost control of my body and was witnessing all of this without any ability to make it stop. A moment later, I felt my throat crushed beneath my fingers. I felt their throat crushed beneath my fingers. A wave of disgust washed over me, and the next thing I remember was leaning over the edge of the altar and vomiting. And then I was no longer there. I was standing at the door of an old house. I felt something cold in my hands and looked down to see a set of keys. My other arm moved on its own and rang the doorbell. From inside the house I could hear someone coming to the door. I then heard them say, "That was fast." Without thinking, I kneeled down and slipped the keys through the crack under the door. Oh! Is that where we got the keys from at the beginning of the game? Yeah, because we said that was fast. Oh. This is an interesting note. My body stood and I turned to leave, but I had been moved again to another place, although this time I knew I was right. I was where I was, back home in Aspen Falls, where there was a park nearby the hometown I grew up in. I was standing in the gazebo of that park and it was storming. The sky was dark except for an occasional flash of lightning, and rain was pouring down relentlessly. I then heard it. Something big was coming towards me. It was grunting and groaning in the most awful way. Lightning flashed and I saw it. It was huge, a massive pile of flesh that had maybe once been a person, shambling directly towards the gazebo. I was frozen in place as the monstrosity drew closer and closer. Just before it set one foot into the gazebo, I woke up. My body was tired, covered in sweat, and my stomach was doing flip-flops. I rolled out of bed and my foot landed in something warm and slimy. My vomit. At least part of that nightmare had been real. I figured I should write this one down, since I normally can't remember the content of my dreams. I'm honestly wondering if this is why I am kept waking. I'm honestly wondering if this is why I kept waking up, feeling stressed and sick for all that time last year. I think it's about time I write down what I remember, purge it all for good. Maybe then the bad dreams and the strange noises will stop. Well, that note got interesting when it was talking about the key through the door. Oh, no.
I've got a bullet with your name on it right here!
How's that one not dead? Ah, shit. I left it too late to dodge. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. Still got the music happening. Oh, I see one. Behind that barrier there. Can I aim, please? Oh, he put the gun away. What the fuck? Yeah, because I don't see it anymore. There it is. $32. That's good enough. We'll do that. We'll roll with that. Oh, God, that lagged. Didn't drop any frames though, apparently. Interesting. Okay, not that way in.
Whatever this is that's happening can't have spread that fast.
Yeah, you'd expect some
What?
sirens and flashing lights at least. But this whole place just feels dead.
Okay, so Martha's meant to be with us. Oh dear. Where am I going? Oh. Oh, am I meant to just be carrying on down here? Oh, I guess so, yeah, okay. Do. I do like this little Silent Hill-esque thing that they've gone for. Hopefully there's more buildings to go inside. I imagine we go inside the bar, surely. Is any ammo up here? No, okay, I was just gonna... Because we're going in this direction, I wanted to get the stuff behind me, but no. Oh, one of them spotted me. Shambling his way towards me. I put my gun away because of course...
So many of them! Jesus Christ, it's huge!
Is it? What are you referencing? They look normal to me. Is there a big guy about?
That's right, I'm gonna run out of ammo!
There's ammo everywhere, mate. Calm down. Oh shit. Didn't expect that one. Well, that one had like a weird echo on it, that one, when it died. I saw you. Oh, it's dead. Any down here? No? Oh, I need some more ammo. Nice. Aha. Oh, it's giving me the autosave symbol. I hope we can explore some of these houses. That'd be fun. Ah, there's more health there. Oh god. Not that I need it. Should I get it anyway? What's my health? 80, nah. 80's fine. Oh, okay. Defeat the monsters to clear the fog. I mean, like I had been doing anyway. Oh shit.
I've got a bullet with your name on it right here!
Oh god. Newspaper clipping there to read, I presume.
Time to die, asshole! Knew all those video games would come in handy.
Whoops, missed that one. Oh god. It went underneath me.
God damn it!
Oh, what? Who's this dude? I mean, there's clearly more, but don't know where. Once we killed these baddies, I will take the health, I think. Where are they? Baddies? The fog's not clear, so they've got to be around. Oh, hello. Oh god. Where did you come from? Aha. Right, let's go read that newspaper clipping. Actually, is there anything here in the gazebo? Doesn't look like it. Oh, look at all this blood. Local council prepares for 142nd anniversary parade. Members of the town council have begun preparations for the annual festival to celebrate the founding of Aspen Falls. City council woman area. Oh, that's one of the families. Gillespie, whatever. Told us. Actually, hang on. Isn't that one of the Silent Hill family names as well? Yeah, anyway. Reported that the festivities this year will be the grandest yet. We're planning a full day of family fun with the street vendors, artists, carnival games, and even a performance by Aspen Falls local rock and roll heroes 12 days in June, who will be playing all of their radio hits starting at 8 PM in the town centre. When asked if having a celebration so close to the recent allegations of financial mismanagement of the town's officials, Councilwoman stated, "This is for the people of our beautiful town, and we should see it as a chance to come together with our neighbours. It's not just healthy to believe unfounded rumours. It's just not healthy to believe unfounded rumours that divide the community." Okay. Keep getting pinged about. Oh, there's some health here. Yeah, I think I will take it. Right. Aha, is this the bar? It does say bar over it, so I assume so. Oh, it's another letter. Yeah, okay. I'm going back to get my things today. I'm super nervous about setting foot back in the apartment, but I don't really have a choice. I spent all day yesterday figuring out what I would do about my apartment and my job, and during the process fell into a bit of luck. Looks like there's another store in a city close by that needs a new general manager, so I'm taking that position. My boss commented on the serendipity of my asking for a transfer right when the position became available. Then I got called into the office at my apartment complex, and they told me that the neighbours 2 doors down from me had been caught doing some illicit things in their apartment, and due to whatever it was they were doing, the whole building had to be evacuated until they could get a cleaning crew down there. I guess it had something to do with all the chemicals I kept seeing them bring in and out. Either way, they told me that this was the type of thing that allowed me to break my lease and move. They even offered to pay for my hotel until I find a new apartment. How lucky for me. I even found a new apartment in the city I'm planning to move to. The whole process took an hour, and I was set up to go see my new place in a few days and get all the paperwork signed to move in. All that's left is for me to pick my rental truck and go empty out my apartment. It's not much, so I don't expect there to be there long too, and I'm getting fairly early start, so I don't have to be there in the dark. I'm buying lots of lamps for my next apartment, and I really hope nothing follows me. Okay, let's go around the back just to make sure there's nothing. Oh, I didn't expect anything to read. Okay, fine. Oh, I got to mash E 7 times. Okay. Undated 2002. This time I need to write this all down because nothing else I've tried seems to work. Whatever was haunting me at my last apartment has followed me here, and I can't keep living like this. Regardless of what happened in my past, I know I'm only human, and I can't let it continue to plague me. There was a time when I was absolutely committed to the tenets of the society. I knew nothing else of life, and assumed that anyone not involved in my faith was simply wrong or severely confused. I even felt a sort of pity for those not on the right side. My education revolved around the beliefs of my society, and I was monitored closely by those of the inner circle. I should probably explain that. Aspen Falls and the Society of Unified Silence were structured more like a religious military than a church. Everything within the realm of the faith and the town was funneled through the inner circle, who operated equally as the city council and ministers of faith. Every aspect of my daily life was broken down into hierarchy, but not in an overt way that would attract curiosity from outsiders. You had primaries who answered to leaders, who in turn reported back to specific members of the inner circle. It was all broken down by which family you were part of or related to, and your duties were always stay within the family's responsibilities. In my case, I was related to the Manson bloodline, and our responsibilities always focused on maintaining the town. Manson family members worked jobs like construction and plumbing, real blue-collar stuff from the outside world. Within each family, there was a specific system where the eldest children would be put in charge of a group of younger kids and assist them in their duties and education. What this meant is that these older kids were also in their own group tended by another older kid, and so on, all the way up to the primary person, who was usually the oldest 17-year-old of a given family. I was primary. I had grown up knowing this position and its associated responsibilities would eventually be my burden to shoulder, and I prepared for it every day of my life. I was ruthless in the execution of daily duties and had followed the law to to the letter. Basically, this meant that I got really good at getting other kids in trouble, and it was even better at weeding out kids who asked too many questions about our faith. That all changed when I had a kid transferred to my group. He had been causing trouble, and somebody high up decided as a punishment he would be transferred to my group. After the end of the first day, I wondered who the punishment was really for, me or him. For clarity, he came from the Davidson group. They were at the very top of the Aspen Falls hierarchy and enjoyed easier lives than the rest of us. Those from my family line were basically at the bottom of the barrel, and we lived lives that reflected that back-breaking work from sunup till sundown. Before I got too lost in the details, I want to explain why this addition to our group was such an important turning point for me, and why it led to that day and my desire to escape Aspen Falls. This kid had a bad attitude, and he acted out by being as disruptive as possible in whatever activity we had going on. At first, I agreed with the powers that be and considered him a troublemaker until I caught a brief glimpse of his true nature. We had been assigned to clean up the park across from our local pub. It was hot out, and the kids were struggling with the heat. I watched one of the girls start to collapse, and this boy broke character and rushed to catch her before she hit the ground. He asked her if she was okay, got her some water, and made sure she sat down in a shady spot to rest. It wasn't a flirting thing, he was just reacted to with care towards someone else. After weeks of dealing with his naughty attitude, I was shocked to see that kind of behaviour, so I vowed to keep a closer eye on him. In turn, I started to realise that this 13-year-old was truly gentle soul and behaved a certain way to mask what he was really feeling. He hated the society, and he really hated the inner circle. He pointed out so many discrepancies in their message that even I had to have doubts about my faith. Then the day came. There was a time shortly before even primary birthdays when we would gather for our ascension. Ascension was when primaries moved into the adult tiers of their town hierarchy. The details of the ceremony were kept secret, and on that day we found out why. All the primaries were ushered individually into an office in the town hall building. I was extremely nervous because I was going in the office. The primaries were ushered out another door as to not spill the beans to those still waiting in line. The primaries for my group went last, and I was near the end of the line in that group, so by the time they got to me, I'd watched the entire crowd disappear through the doors without any sense of what awaited me. My turn finally came, and I was called into the office. When I entered the room, I saw two more doors, one of which opened to a staircase leading down. There was a leader there who I recognised from the Gillespie group, and she mentioned towards the staircase, and she motioned towards the staircase, but said nothing. I began descending the stairs. At the bottom there was another doorway that led into a giant chamber. Members of the inner circle were gathered around the stone altar. When I entered, there were a bunch together with their backs to me so that I couldn't see what was on top of the altar, but when they noticed me, the group spread out. It took me a moment to realise what I was looking at. There was someone tied to the altar, not just someone, it was a kid, the young boy who had been transferred to my group a few months prior. Realisation hit me like a ton of bricks, and I knew what was coming even before the group started chanting. A life without faith is no life at all. We offer this sacrifice to affirm our faith. To keep going, they kept going, but I began feeling nauseous, but refused to let it show on my face. Then a strange sensation set in, and it was like I'd been gently pushed aside from the driver's seat of my own body. I watched myself move towards the altar, completely unable to stop. The chanting grew louder in my ears, but I felt a million miles away. As I reached the altar and looked down at the terrified boy, his eyes widened when he recognized me. but I wasn't in control, and I could offer him no signs of comfort. A knife sat next to his head, and I saw my hand reach for it and pick it up. The kid began fighting the ropes, but I bound him as I brought the knife up in front of him. And then there was silence in my head, and in that silence I heard a voice. Do it now. Then the knife came down. There was blood. So much blood. I blacked out. When I came to, I was in my own bed at home. I could hear my parents downstairs speaking in hushed tones. I couldn't make out everything, but I did catch a few phrases. This hasn't happened before. I'll have to take him to Judith. I rolled out of bed quickly, avoiding the creaky bits on my bedroom floor. As I grabbed many clothes as I could, I shoved into my backpack a few personal items and my secret savings stash, and crawled out of my window and down the storm drain. I knew I'd have to cut through the forest on foot to reach the nearest town with a bus station, but I didn't care. I just needed to run away as fast as I could. I wasn't excited at all. Go see Judith. The woman scared me. That woman scared me. My brain tried to rationalize what had happened. I guess all the other primaries had made their own sacrifices, but I was the odd one out who fainted during the ceremony. I made it to the bus station and bought a ticket south. I hopped off the bus so often to change destinations, but I always kept moving south. Eventually, feeling the desperation slowed, so I hopped off the last bus and, well, the rest I've already written down. I hope this helps. It's sort of a confession to a horrible crime, but I swear I had no control. It breaks my heart knowing what I've done. Seeing that kid there, it just confirmed that all the questions that we had were legitimate. It was a horrible vindication of his suspicions and a swift end to his troublemaking. There, I've done it. Now I just hope the nightmares go away. Whew, Jesus, a lot of writing. Let's say I am actually interested in that part of it though, but oh dear, what happened here?
Said that dad was an alcoholic. You think this was his watering hole?
Probably. The clearest memory I have is the smell of his breath when he would get home. Beer and cigarettes. It was gross, but also kind of comforting.
Weird. But I get that. My adoptive father wasn't a drunk, but I do remember the way he would smell after work. We were good people. Him and my adoptive mom. They were strict, but they always showed me love.
Lucky you. I got shuffled around the foster system for years until a family took me in. They weren't the worst people, but I never quite felt at home there. Probably why I got a job as soon as I could and moved out.
Do you still talk to them?
Holidays mostly, but no, not really.
Okay, bit of backstory there. Investigate the bar. 12 days in June. I was reading this. I'm drunk and you're insane. Who's going to lead us home? Okay. Stop and drink Liquor's House Express, Kingswear. Cool. Oh, another note. Doesn't look as long as the others, thankfully. Someday from Aspen Garage will be... What? Oh, somebody from the Aspen Garage will be by today to pick up the keys to Bobby's car. We should really ban that arsehole from the premises. I swear I caught him taking a piss in the alley out back before he started all the ruckus last night. Sheriff Mason has his hands full with that fucker. Again, a bit of backstory. I like it. Quarantined. Excuse me. Hopefully I cut that out. I just burped into mic. That's horrible. Beggar man. Okay. It's because I needed a drink after reading all these fucking notes. My mouth was parched. Oh, keys.
Finally, we got wheels!
Oh.
Let's get back to the car post-haste.
Post haste it is. Let's go. Get back to the gas station. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we need to get back. I do like exploring this, but... Oh my god. Oh wow. The weather effects are pretty nice. Oh. More enemies. Defeat the monsters to clear the fog. Oh dear. Oh, that was 2 misses and then the game froze for a second.
That shit hurt! Why don't you just fucking die?
Exactly. Okay, I am getting a few lag spikes here. Probably the weather, I imagine. Right, okay. Ah, I see a big dude. Can I shoot him from here? It seems I can. Fuck, I can't see him anymore. There he is. Oh god! Why does he put the gun away? Ugh. Oh yeah, I just had a thought. I've used some of these caches, haven't I? So, on the way here. I wonder if they're all going to be used up. I would say I try not to waste ammo, but it's me, so missing a shot every 5 seconds is my thing.
That's what you get for being ugly!
Oh, that's a bit harsh. Oh, is he dead? Nope, he's just running towards me. Oh, yes, nice. Okay. I assume we're not going to come through here a third time, so let's grab as much ammo as we can. Get the gun out. Okay, now. Oh, he's put it away again. Alright, where is this other enemy? Or enemies? Hello? Oh, I hear... Oh, God! Okay. Is that it? No, there's still... Oh, there's one there. Is that it? Yes, okay. Being that I don't think we're going to come through here a third time, I am going to take this health as well. I'm only 12 health down, but still. Right. Off we go. Through here? Sure. It swung my... Okay. I wondered why it took control of my camera. It was because of... It wanted to show me that thing breaking through the fence there. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Oh god! It's supposed to be right round the corner. Okay. Ammo please. 12 should have me at exactly full. Yeah, lovely. Oh, I didn't read this. I'm writing to this from a hotel room about 30 minutes away from my apartment. I'm not staying here anymore. It took time to look for a new place. I've had 45 days of peace. No sounds, no bad dreams, no 3 AM wake-ups from unseen forces banging down my door. All that ended a few hours ago. A couple of months back I've gone to see a man I heard about while researching my situation. He had a missionary in Central America for 30 years before returning to the States for his retirement. His name was John Matlick, although he insisted I call him Jack. And he had become a recognized expert in the certain circles for his knowledge of the occult, primarily demonology. He was a kind man in his early 70s, standing a full 6 feet tall with a shock of unruly white hair. I wondered out loud if his hair had gone white from all the scary things he had witnessed, and that elicited a laugh. I explained the situation at my apartment, being very careful not to divulge anything from my past before moving in there. Somehow he knew anyways. As I described each horrific occurrence, Jack kept asking me if I'd gone through some sort of spiritual or religious trauma, or if I'd left an abusive religious family. He even asked if I or anyone I knew personally was involved in a cult. So in the end I told him everything. When I finished, I felt a huge weight roll off my shoulders. Jack encouraged me to write it down, and I'm building up to that. One day at a time. He then offered me to take me back to my apartment and try a few things. They're sort of like cleansing rituals, just without as many steps, he said kindly. More like a prayer and some words that had been effective in other cases. At this point, I didn't care. I'd spent well over a year dealing with these things, and I was grasping at straws. When Jack came through the door of my place, I had a strange feeling that everything would be okay. I kept looking around, almost expecting to see some physical manifestation of my troubles, but all I saw was a modestly furnished apartment. But something was there, and it hung oppressively in the air, seemingly to swallow the kind man who was here to help me. He pulled out an old leather book and quickly flipped to a specific page and began reading quietly. As he was doing so, it felt like whatever oppressive presence was filling the room dissipated. That night I had my first fully unbothered sleep since leaving Aspen Falls. I woke up the next day feeling refreshed and at peace. I got comfortable when there had been no sign of activity for over a month. I should have known it wouldn't last. It started right as I was getting into bed last night. First it was the sound of the footsteps behind me, but there was obviously nobody there. After I climbed into bed, I heard a click and looked over to see my closet swing open with a dry creak. I was about to get out of bed to go close the door when I felt a mighty force wrap itself around my body and pushed me back down into the mattress. A booming voice called out, "I found you!" And the moment it stopped speaking, all energy went out of the room, and I took the opportunity to grab a few things and leave. I've been in this hotel room for a few hours now, and I really don't think I can go back to my place. Maybe it'll feel different in the morning, so hopefully I can sleep. Anyway, back to killing monsters. Whoa! God, that was a mighty chug. Okay. Oh shit! I didn't even see them. Were they there or did they spawn in again?
Not today, Satan!
Fuck you, Satan. What's that say on it? 550-14-7126. Okay. I've got no idea if that's some sort of gun thing or not. Right. Okay. Oh, God, chugged again. What happened? Oh, God, the camera. What the fuck? Where am I going? This is the way I came. Am I being an idiot? Oh, so I came out of the game and I clicked on continue again, and now Martha's with us. Is that going to be the problem again? Is it because Martha wasn't with us? Well, let's find out. Weird the weather's not... I mean, it has the sound of it, but... Now why does it sound... Why does the gun sound louder again? 1 second. Okay, that sounds better. Ow. You alright, Martha? I forgot to click on those notes again in the precinct, so if there is a look at all notes achievement, I won't be getting it. What is wrong with the sound? Okay. I'll try and balance it out for you guys, but it's just, for some reason, it seems to have got really loud. This needs to be better now. Okay, it's worrying that these monsters aren't here again. Oh, okay. They're behind me, or at least one of them is. Oh, there's the other one.
I hope that shit hurt!
Oh, what? I can push... Yeah, what the fuck? What is going on with this game? Oh, hello. Where did you come from? Why are you... Are you meant to be at the gas station, are you? Okay, but that's... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, I thought it was dead. Ow. Okay, now it's dead. Okay, well, I don't know how I fixed that. I think it was interacting with that note that somehow got the E back. I've only have 48 life. Do I get a... Oh, perfect. Martha's fucked off again. Don't know where she's going, but I imagine she'll teleport with me at some point. Right, am I going back to the gas station? Oh yeah, here we go. What? There was something there that... and then it despawned. That's weird, alright.
No time like the present, Marty. Let's get that car started and get the hell out of here.
Is this one gonna have gas in it? Or are we gonna have to siphon gas again? Did we really have to watch that whole thing? Was that... find the gas can? Oh, okay, no, so... Oh, the weather's back. Still pushy on that, apparently. Okay, I guess it must have gas in it if it's not letting me interact with the pumps.
Here they come! Hold them off until the door's up!
Okay. Oh. Don't seem to come in here. Oh, never mind.
Not today, Satan.
Oh, something. Oh god, it hit me. What if I go out the back? That's that thing gone. Oh, for crying out loud. Stop with your... Fucking hell, what's my health? 30. Jesus. Oh, it's one of those big things, okay. Okay. What's my health? Nothing, basically. If I get hit again, I'm dead. Oh.
You'll get some, freak.
Yay. Right, is that all of them? Seems like it. Escape from the town. Whee! Okay. Daniel and Martha survived the horrors of Aspen Falls and make their short drive to their parents' home. They arrive to find a desolate farmhouse. Cool. Right, well, that's the end of this part. I did enjoy it, but the game is so fucking jank. I had to go to the main menu and start again. It all seems to be in connection with Martha. I don't know why her AI is broken, but it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, everyone. Hopefully speak to you soon. Bye.